Today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to make a tool that you should have on your fly tying desk that's going to make your fly tying a lot easier, a lot cleaner, and a lot more convenient. What we're going to do today is super easy to make. It's very, very cheap. Literally, some of the materials you're buying are going to be competing with crackheads. It's that cheap of a stuff. This thing is hands down one of the best investments you'll ever do to make on your fly tying desk. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to make what's called a bodkin cleaner. Now, our bodkin is our needle. In the old days, this is how I applied head cement. This is how I spread epoxy. This is how I spread Softex. If I'm using UV resin and I need it around, I always use this. So it's always getting crap on it. You can scrape it and you can do stuff like that, but man, it gets to be a mess. So I took a block of wood. In that block of wood, this is 1.5 inches square by 3.5 inches long. I drilled a 3/4 inch hole in it. I didn't go all the way through. I went longer than my needle. That's all I care about, as long as it's longer than my needle. Then, got me some crack pipe filter, which is a copper scrubbing pad. You want it to be copper. And the reason you want it to be copper is because, like this needle, I don't know what it's made out of. I'm going to assume stainless steel, but it could just be chrome-plated steel, which won't be very strong, depending what you use. Copper is going to be one of the softest metals there is, but it also won't rust. So these copper-coated scrubbing pads are the ones you want. I'll make a link to where you can get them. You put them in there. Make sure you don't use the stainless steel ones because they're going to be really hard on your equipment. So you get these copper ones. You got your stuff on your needle. Boom, that easy. If you get stuff on your needle, you can just pick it up and down and it stays clean. I have been fly tying for over 40 years. This is the bodkin needle that came in my first kit. I've sat it on my desk. It's always where I need it. It's always clean. I'm not dropping it. It's not poking me. It's got its own place. This thing works great. It keeps your tools looking like new, and I've never changed the scrubbing pad. It's kind of lasted forever. You would think it'd get clogged up, but it doesn't. And you can see, I mean, you just cut a little bitty piece out. I just made one for my daughter, and I mean, you're not using 1/10 of one of these little pads, and a pack of them is only a couple bucks, but it works for something way better than just your bodkin needle. I tie a lot of crappie jigs and a lot of Euro jigs, and when I do, I hand paint a bunch, but I also powder coat some. So I use hemostats a lot. Now, hemostats are made out of stainless steel, so they're a really strong metal. It's hard to scratch them. You're not going to tear them up. So anything you do to them, you can usually get them saved out of the deal, and this works really well for that. So if you're painting or powder coating a jig head and you hold the eye of the hook in your hemostats, if you're dipping it in powder coat or you're painting it, it protects that eye of the hook to where it's not getting stuff in it, so you don't have to clean it out. It works great and it's fast. It works really well to do it that way. However, when you do that, your hemostats just get covered in crap. They get covered in paint, and powder coat's really hard to get off, but not anymore. This trick is hands down the best there is. Just open your hemostats, stick them in that scrubby pad, and they're brand new. These are stainless steel. This is copper. Or copper plated. It's softer than this metal, so it's not going to wear them out. It works great, and it'll rip the paint right off of these things and make them like brand new. Every desk should have one. Now, if you don't want to drill a hole in a piece of wood and try to be all crafty, get a pill bottle, a film canister, any kind of a container that's going to hold a piece of that copper scrubby pad, and you're going to be good. The ladies at the grocery store may think you're a crackhead, but it's going to be one of the best things you can do. So I hope these tips help. If you guys haven't, please like, follow, share our page, subscribe to our page, and if you can, go check out our website, I'veGotBugs.com. We're getting new merchandise added along the way, and it's got links to all of our social media, all of my author work, everything like that. So we really appreciate you guys, and we will see you in the next video.